Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook ad placements so that you get, on average, a 19% improvement in your results, which is certainly something that you'll want to take advantage of because it only takes you 30 seconds to make this adjustment and get that 19% improvement. Before I get into that, I just want to very quickly ask you to smash that like button, click that thumbs up button on this video, that'd be much appreciated and help me out. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new and haven't done so already. Okay, so how do you go about setting up your Facebook ad placements to get you that 19% improvement? Well, I'm in an example Facebook ad account here. I've got an example campaign created and we're at the ad set level. The ad set level, for those who don't know, is where you select your placement options. Ad sets are all about targeting and delivery. Placements very much fall into the delivery category. So it's things like placements basically determine where across the various options your Facebook and Instagram ads are going to be displayed. And I'm not talking about where in terms of geographically. So I'm not talking about they'll be displayed in England but not Scotland, or certain place in the US. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where on the platform. So where in Facebook, where in Instagram, where in Messenger, and so on are your ads actually going to be presented and put in front of your target market. Now, what you'll see is that Facebook recommends and by default select automatic placements, which basically gives Facebook a ton of leeway to decide where your ads should be displayed. Now, the best option, the option that's going to give you this 19% improvement on average, depends on your campaign objective. If you are using the conversions objective or a conversion-based objective, so obviously conversions being the obvious one, but also things like lead generation. In my mind, that's a conversion-based objective because you're getting people, you're optimizing for the end outcome. You're optimizing for the thing you really want, which is for someone to become a lead on Facebook. If you're using app installs, there's another conversion-based objective. So not just conversions, but if you're using one of those campaign objectives, and that's what I'd recommend, by the way, guys, the vast majority of the campaigns we create for our clients are going to be conversion-based objectives, the majority of those being actual conversions as the campaign objective. The vast majority are going to be that. It's going to deliver you the best results. Put Facebook on your side. I've got other videos talking about that. But if you are using a conversion-based objective, you want to keep things super, super simple and go with the recommended automatic placement. And that's what on average gives you a 19% improvement instead of the setup that a lot of Facebook advertisers have, which I'm going to explain in a minute. So if you're using a conversion-based objective, go with automatic placements, and that gives you, on average, a 19% improvement as opposed to editing placements. Now, why does that do it? I'll just quickly explain. When you are optimizing for your end objective, purchases, leads, lead generation on Facebook, app installs, your end objective, Facebook is very good at working out how to get you that. So if they see, for example, that Facebook feed is getting you all the conversions and Instagram feed is not, well, guess what? Facebook's going to put more of your ad impressions, more of your delivery is going to go onto the Facebook feed as a result. So that's why you want to give Facebook basically the flexibility to choose the best locations across Facebook and Instagram that are going to deliver you those results and get you those conversions. Now, if you are not using a conversion-based objective, you want to go ahead and select manual placements, and you want to be a lot more selective here. Very, very important. So you can see Facebook's got a bunch of different stuff here. If you've never messed around with manual placements and editing placements, I'll quickly explain some of the options we've got here. So there's basically 4 platforms. You've got the Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network, and Messenger. At some point, we very much expect WhatsApp to become one of the placement options, and that's going to be really interesting and really a great potential source of results and growth for us as Facebook advertisers, not to mention Facebook as a business itself. So there's regular platforms. So you could just straight up decide, I don't want to advertise on Messenger, Audience Network, Instagram, Facebook, vice versa. And then they also categorize the placements into sort of categories. So not only have you got the different platforms, but you've got things like feeds. Okay, feeds is a category of placement options, and included in that is things like the Facebook news feed, Instagram feed. These placement options function in somewhat of a similar way. Okay, somewhat of a similar way. You've also got stories, which we all know about. Most likely from Instagram, because that's out of those 3, the one that people interact with a lot more, but you're almost certainly familiar with stories. And then there's some other options that go on down the list and they sort of get more obscure and things on those lines. As I said, if you use a conversion-based objective, just go with automatic. If you're not, I think you want to be more selective. When would you not be using a conversion-based objective? Let's say, for example, you're advertising a local business and using the reach or the brand awareness objective, where you're just wanting to get your stuff in front of a local audience consistently. Perhaps you're advertising something like a product on Amazon, or something on Spotify, or something on eBay, or some location where you cannot actually optimize for the end conversion, in which case you're probably going to want to use traffic. Okay, if you're running a Facebook ad campaign and selling your products via Amazon, that's where you want to send the traffic. Well, yeah, you're going to want to use traffic because you can't optimize for a conversion in that case. So if you can't optimize for a conversion, you're most likely going to be wanting to use traffic. As I said, local businesses, you might be using brand awareness, things like that. If you're using an omnipresence content campaign, which I talk about quite a bit, I'll include a link to more details around that in the video description below about how to set that up. We use the reach objective. That, again, is another example of not using conversion-based objective. You want to be more selective. And basically what you want to do to keep it really, really simple there is you want to deselect everything that's not feeds and stories. You could go in and be more specific and get rid of like Instagram Explorer and Messenger Inbox, but that's only going to represent a tiny, tiny proportion of your impressions anyway. I don't think it's really worth doing. But if we minimize these back into their categories, you want to get rid of everything that's not feeds and stories. When you have a look at Facebook ad data and you look at the breakdown of where your results come from, even when you use automatic placements with a conversion objective, you're likely to see that 98, 99% plus of your conversions come from feeds and stories. And that's where the highest quality traffic is. It's not an issue when you've got a conversion-based objective, but when you don't, what you don't want to have happen is for Facebook to put all your ads, or a lot of your ads, on the audience network, because that's where you can get really cheap clicks. Now remember, with the traffic objective, Facebook's like, right, we've got to get this guy clicks. That's what this business wants. Cheap clicks, cheap clicks, cheap clicks. Where can they go and get those? Well, they can get those in the lower quality placement options that other advertisers using the conversions objective and things like that aren't really taking advantage of. So you can end up with really inexpensive traffic from various locations in article apps and sites and things along those lines. But it's very unlikely to convert. So let's say you're sending people through to an Amazon page using the traffic objective, and you've got lots of traffic coming from the audience network and clicks are 10, 11 cents a click, and you're thinking this is fantastic, but then you find out not a lot of it converts. So if you're not using conversion-based objective, absolutely want to go ahead and set it up as I have here. Feeds and stories is a great way to do it. That's going to give you the best results. But remember, if you are using conversion-based objective, go with automatic placements. That's what will get you the 19% improvement on average. That's actually data I got from my Facebook rep fairly recently. 19% improvement on average by using automatic placements. Not something to be ignored, because that could be the difference between your campaigns being profitable, unprofitable, between you being able to scale and not, can make a huge, huge difference. That sort of cost improvement. So yeah. So if that's been useful, you can go ahead and adjust your campaigns accordingly. There are tons of people that were told originally just to focus on some, for example, Facebook newsfeed. And that was great advice maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and that seems to have stuck, and a lot of people are aware of that. And we see that now when we take over Facebook ad accounts of clients and we go in and we see, oh, you're just using the Facebook newsfeed. And they're like, yeah, well, I was told. You go, well, yes, that was good information, but it's not anymore. So I think it's important to create this video. So hopefully video's been useful. A couple of things I want to mention quickly before you go. The first is our Facebook advertising services. So my company, Lead Guru, is a Facebook advertising agency, and we create, manage, and optimize Facebook ad campaigns Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns for our clients. And if you've been battling with Facebook Ads Manager yourself, trying to get best results possible, perhaps you've been working with an agency that's not produced great results, we can almost certainly help improve your Facebook ad campaign performance. We do have a minimum budget requirement of $3,000 per month. Provided you meet that, we'd love to speak with you. So best thing to do would be to click, go ahead and take a look at the video description below. There'll be a link there at the bottom that talks all about our links through to a page on our website where you can book a free strategy session with one of my team members, and they can basically explain everything about our service, how we work, and they'll probably be able to tell you about businesses like yours that we've worked with previously and been able to deliver great results on. And you can find out all about our service, and we can find out more about your business. Informal chat just to see whether we'd be a good fit and help take you to the next level, which we've been able to do with hundreds of businesses at this point. So if that's not something you'd be interested in, go ahead and book a free strategy session. The other free thing I want to quickly mention is my Facebook Ads Mastermind group. So there are currently 56,000 members. It's one of the biggest communities of Facebook advertisers in the world. And if you're looking to connect with people just like you that are looking to get better results with Facebook ads, looking to improve performance and get questions asked and answered, I do free live trainings in there regularly. It's a fantastic community. Go ahead and join, completely free to do so. Again, there'll be a link in the video description, so go ahead and check that out. So best of luck with your Facebook ad campaigns, guys. Go ahead and adjust your placement options and take advantage of that 19% improvement if you didn't already have it set up that way. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.